One of the biggest character tropes in all of fiction. You will find one such character in most stories. Gandalf, Dumbledore, Uncle Iroh, Splinter. Fan favourite characters who all share a set of similar traits that defines this trope. I will be discussing those traits and what makes a badass old guy, before talking about some examples of them in anime and manga. This is my favourite trope in storytelling, and the reasons all come back to the same thing. They are old.
Yes, it does sound like I'm stating the obvious.
Let me explain.
And of course, in my explanation, the points I bring up won't apply to everyone because there are exemptions, as there are exemptions to everything. For example, Fuhrer King Bradley and Father from FMA, and Zeus from Record of Ragnarok. Simply because they're villains, some of these rules don't apply to them. But do not get it twisted, because each of them are definitely bad-ass old guys. So back to it. There is a brilliant irony surrounding these characters because they should be sleeping in their wheelchair or complaining about how it was better in the old days. But no, they're the paragons of strength in their old age, showing the young ones how it's done. They will hold high ranking, if not the highest ranking positions in their respective series, and will be simultaneously admired and feared. But unlike their overwhelming strength, one thing they do share with their real-life counterparts is wisdom. These guys have seen some shit. Better yet, they caused that shit. They didn't reach such high heights by simply sitting around. They have accumulated a vast knowledge and strong mindset through their experiences. The experiences through which they gain said knowledge and wisdom is a whole other story, because they didn't get it by simply reading books in a library. They have as many scars adorning their skin as they do wrinkles. You could say their body tells the story better than I ever could. They are battle hardened because they don't keep their strength to themselves. They are out there for the sake of others. And this leads into another trope that they can be associated with, and that is the teacher. The wisdom they hold is to be imparted onto the next generation to help them grow and one day surpass their old mentor. But unfortunately, there is one more major thing that connects them. Not all of them share this fate, but it's definitely a common trend. That being that they will not live to see the end of the story. For all their might and their wisdom, the badass old guy is met with a tragic end. This serves the purpose to display the strength of an adversary, to put more emphasis on the younger generation in the story, to give the reader that heart-wrenching punch when a character they have grown to love, thought to be seemingly invincible, falls. This character trope is the benchmark, so to speak. This larger-than-life figure who our main character is going to one day surpass. But how do you surpass a character so great? In the form of a student surpassing their mentor, or the main character needing to defeat an opponent the old man couldn't. So we have now got our basic checklist of what makes a badass old guy. So let's get to the examples. In no particular order, we have got Yamamoto, Whitebeard, Garp, Rayleigh, Sengoku, Netero, Xenozordic, Jiraiya, Master Roshi, Hiruzen Sarutobi, Makarov, Joseph Joestar, Fuhrer King Bradley, Gran Torino, Bomb Bang and Yoshimura. And so on. All of them are amazing. Now let's narrow that down to 3. And I will start with Isaac Netero from Hunter x Hunter. He ticks all the boxes for a badass old guy. Over 120 years old, he is the chairman of the Hunter Association and was heralded as the most powerful nen user in his youth. Quick manga spoilers. He is so strong, in fact, that he came back from an expedition from the Dark Continent. He had to ban others from doing it because they would die trying to imitate his greatness. And his death was a piece of art. He refused to lose, even in the face of an insurmountable foe. His punches of gratitude, his bodhisattva technique, everything about this man is majestic. But what makes him unique? He can be a playful character. As seen with his game with Gon and Killua, he can be energetic and even a bit mischievous. And to top it all off, his fashion sense. He pulled up to a fight with the world at stake wearing this. What a beast.
地獄があるならまた会おうぜ。
貴様は、そう、貴様は積んでいたのだ。初めから。
Next, Shigekuni Genryusai Yamamoto from Bleach. Again, ticks all the boxes. The founder and the head captain of the Gote 13, the 13 court guard squads. Over 2,000 years old, scars on every inch of his body, his power said to be able to destroy the Soul Society, an entire realm of existence. But my favorite thing about him? His ego. He has absolute confidence in his own power because his own power is absolute. He has every reason to have the arrogance that he does, but he doesn't showcase that side of himself as a way to gloat or to flaunt. He knows how strong he is, and he knows that he can protect others. And his death. Tricked into fighting an imposter, got his power stolen, and cut in half. A sad end for such a big figure. However, the 2 biggest villains in Bleach, Yuha and Aizen, both had to resort to trickery or other means to deal with him rather than a straight fight. That is how you know Genryusai Yamamoto was that guy. And finally, Edward Newgate, also known as Whitebeard from One Piece. Just like the other 2, he's got checks all across the board. Captain of the Whitebeard Pirates, dubbed the world's strongest man. And although in his old age his strength may not be what it once was, he is still him. 72 years old, the man closest to the One Piece and the power to destroy the world. He lived through 3 different eras and fought some of the most powerful people the world had to offer. But with all his might, he just wanted a family. His reason to be so strong is to protect his sons, and if his sons step out of line, the blame lies with the father, not them. He shoulders the responsibility of everyone who follows him, and he is well aware of his own mortality. In his old age, he fights to protect the future that his sons will live in, so that they will one day forge their own paths. And how does he go out?
One Piece は実在する。
死してなおその体屈することなく満身創痍で敵をなぎ倒すその姿、まさに怪物。さりとてその誇り高き後ろ姿には、あるいはその海賊人生に一切の逃げ傷なし。
This man died standing. Whitebeard, the goat. So in conclusion, not just the three that I talked about, but all who I listed deserve a video of their own. And yeah, the badass old guy trope has given us some of the greatest characters in fiction, and I sincerely hope that there will be more to come, because if they are anything like these guys, then we will be in for a treat.